Hi, my name is Johanna Malaer, and for my optimization final project, I analyzed the economics of nutrition. So my goal is to minimize the cost to feed a variable demographic with low food security while providing essential nutrients for function and avoiding overexposure to certain potentially harmful nutrients. So for some context, 13% of households in the U.S. are considered at risk due to low food security as a result of poverty, location disaster, etc. But 5% of households in the U.S. face severe nutrient deficiencies as a direct result of food insecurity. So relief programs often struggle with funding, and they rely on food donations that tend to focus on caloric value rather than nutritional value. But poor nutrition can cause immediate health problems that can exacerbate an unfortunate situation, such as headaches, lethargy, trouble with focus, etc., and more severe problems down the line. So a cost evaluation can help these organizations be able to provide aid to a suffering community or household and can address these requirements based on the demographic in the community and their current needs. So having clear-cut economic data can help narrow focus and get more funding. So I gathered data on food types available year-round whose cost and availability doesn't change seasonally or based on location, and associated price per 100 grams for that food type. Nutritional needs for each of the three demographics, children and adults over 4, children under 4, and pregnant women, were laid out, and nutrient overexposure risks and limits were analyzed. And then main nutrient composition for each food type was also analyzed. So food and pricing data was gathered from the USDA website and Bureau of Labor Statistics. And then nutritional max and min data was gathered from the FDA and CDC websites. And then the main nutrient composition was analyzed for each food type. So the model was a minimizing equation based on total food costs based on the amount of each food product. And the product consisted of a total nutrient composition. And then you had your upper and lower limits for each nutrient based on harmful overexposures or recommended minimums. And so my original method was to do just a massive KKT solver in MATLAB, but I found that it was pretty hard to input data and variables. It wasn't very aesthetically pleasing or user-friendly, and with this many variables, it would be hard to go in and change based on different demographics, food costs, etc. So I thought that it would be a lot easier to use Excel Solver because it's easier to input and adapt to variables, it's visually pleasing, and it's easier to manipulate, which was very important for my project. So in this case, I used 13 nutrients from the previous list and 19 different food types. And then I had one large minimizing equation and then upper and lower limit constraints for each nutrient. And so I first minimized the cost considering all nutrients for a single adult for a week, and the total cost came out to be $145 for a single adult for a week. This composed of only carrots, mustard greens, spinach, potatoes, and rice. Then, in an effort to cut down cost, I only considered nutrients deemed necessary in emergent situations, and so I said vitamin C, iron, and protein because you don't want to get sick in this situation. Iron helps keep you focused and awake. And the total cost came out to be $82.34, which is significantly cheaper than before, and it considers only kale, potatoes, and rice, which I thought was interesting. So I analyzed the results for the 3 different demographics and found that your food haul actually changes based on who you're providing relief for, which can be valuable in minimizing costs and assuring that you get enough nutrients and it's specific to your demographics. So my next steps would be incorporating mixed demographics based on real-world situations and figuring out how to minimize this further by analyzing what substitutes are already available for relief efforts and just focusing on nutrients that the substitutes are lacking. And so here are my references. Thank you.